look at Marshall Tucker Band, been around 50 years, and kind of interesting that you'd say, well, only old folks for Marshall Tucker Band, but I was reading comments by the lead singer, Doug, that their greatest supporters right now, largest block of supporters are folks 18 to 37 years of age. So it's not an old person's band.
No. We think there could have been as many as 15 to 17,000 people down here to see Marshall Tucker, and as you know, we're a population of about 14.6 right now, 14.7. So we had a whole lot more people than live in this city downtown Friday night, and when you looked out from the stage, it wasn't all gray hair. I can tell you that. There was a great mix of people. And another thing too is Main Street does such a great job, but with our new executive director of the industrial board, one of the things he talked about is these are the kind of events we can bring people to where they decide they want to live in Jasper. You're talking about quality of life. We have folks from the school system, folks from the chamber involved in it, and if we're recruiting somebody to town or whatever, it's a great event for that. But yeah, Marshall Tucker was a big deal, and certainly not all. Everybody wasn't our age or older, I can tell you that.
Well, the statement that I have made so many times and I will continue to make is nothing much moves without money.
Right.
And the production of this event cost over $200,000, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now, probably 100 coming from the city, and then the private sector sponsors, that sort of thing, raising the other 100. Now, very, very few municipalities our size will have the financial wherewithal to contribute $100,000 to a quality of life event that lasts one evening and the next day.
That is exactly right. It's a testament to the leadership and where we've been. We've been doing it in this, I guess you'd call this fashion, this form, since 2016, where it is heavily private, public working together, and the council, you, Kathy, the way the city's been able to support it has been phenomenal. This year it's not a city event, it's first year, and again, I think it went really well. It's a private event. City's the single largest partner. We have 51 other private partners. Total of, if you take the city's actual cash and the private cash, we raised $247,000. It's going to come in, we think, around about $230,000, $240,000 to put the thing on. So it's what we try to do. We don't try to make money off of it. We try to break even. But yeah, there's no doubt, a city our size, and again, it's very unique in the entire state of Alabama. That's why Senator Reed and Representative Woods, we were able to get the Department of Tourism to help this year, because nobody else has anything designed like this that is free for the people to come to. I mean, Birmingham, Mobile, Huntsville, well, it don't matter who you want to name, nobody has an event like this in Alabama. We're the only one, 100% because of the city and the partners. They take big pride in it and they want it done right, and it shows.
Well, as I think about all the pieces that go into making this happen, and one of the things that I never hear any words of gratitude for these folks, but the property where the main stage is set up, that landowner year in and year out makes it available at no cost.
They do.
And those folks need to, I won't call their name, everybody might go down and want to use their property.
Right.
But those folks are due to be thanked for
No question.
making that available, because if that was not available, it would change the entire flavor of Foothills.
No question. There's, of course, as you said, not without mentioning, but there's a property owner, and then there's also a property leaser. There's two entities that could make life hard if they chose to, and they don't. They're available. They're let us up on the buildings, different things like that. So we could not put it on without them. And again, great gratitude. You know, people don't think about things like this. We have to get them insured. There's a lot that goes into putting on this type of event, and they're both extremely available and easy to work with. And it is a great thank you to them.
Well, Brent, I know the answer to this, but I asked this question. You look at the magnitude of this event, and you don't pull circle of wagons together a month before the event and make it happen. Where do we go from here? I know where we go. We've taken a week breather, and
Right.
What's next for Foothills 2024?
It's funny you ask, because they already sent out an email yesterday trying to pick a date sometime by the end of the month. We'll get that board back together and the leadership entities and do what we call a debrief. And then generally, we try to meet again each year sometime around after Christmas, sometime around the first of the year. We involve some of the partners and the police and street, and we start in January planning for the next year. So, it was. I told somebody I had a doctor's appointment Monday morning, and didn't get in until about 11 o'clock Monday morning. So that was my break, and then we hit the ground running again. But it's fun, it's exciting, it's great for the city, but it takes a lot of planning.
And the talent buyer, Zach Baker, and he has to almost start right away, because the kind of acts that we had, their calendar fills up far in advance, and he has to be thinking, I know, what will the people of Jasper be receptive to?
Right.
Then, what can I recruit to work for us? And you can't wait till the last minute, because those kind of acts, they're already booked.
No question. And of course, we begin the idea of the budgeting. He's got to have some idea of what finances are available. Again, you mentioned earlier, that's where you come back knowing what we're going to get from the city, and knowing the support is there, and knowing that's, of course, you guys will all vote on it and do it a little closer to time, but having a real idea of what we're going to do, we know where we can start. And we've got a few of our partners, we know about half of them are going to be in every year, so that's where we start our budget. And but yeah, see, Zach's got to start making contact, I think normally in February. Of course, we usually aren't able to announce who the acts are because of contracts that early, but it would not surprise me if he's not already talking to people right now and working on that.
Well, without question, a wildly successful event, and that bodes well for our city. That's a piece of what I talk about, building a better Jasper, and that's a nice building block. And our aim is for it to always be quality, bring value to the taxpayers of this city. If we do that, then we're okay. Hope you had a chance to partake of Foothills. If not, barring something unforeseen, we'll be back in September of 2024, and wouldn't be surprised if you don't see an even larger event. I had a great conversation with Representative Matt Woods. He was really taken by the quality and the magnitude of this event. He tells me that he's going to the State Department of Tourism and asked for a significantly larger grant for Foothills 2024. If that happens, then that will funnel right in to making a bigger Foothills. So again, a great event to bring that many people to town and not have any incidents of violence or misbehaving or whatever. I think speaks volumes to our police department, and the security for the event was tight-webbed. That has a lot to do with it, and but again, I enjoyed it. The weather cooperated,
Very nice.
and the rain kind of skirted around Jasper, and worked out great. So we wanted to come to you and give you a wrap up on Foothills 2023, and as Brenda shared with you, work for 2024 is now getting underway, and I know we can expect another great event. Great to have you with us. As always, any questions you have, please let us hear from you.